What do you think the people that you're attracted to says about you? Like, do you think that there's a certain reason why we might be really interested in this person or that person?
Absolutely. You know, there are 8 billion people on this planet, and you choose that specific one. It's not by chance.
Yeah.
You know, there are studies that show that people, like kids that have alcoholic parents, will tend to go for alcoholic partners, will tend to marry alcoholic partners. It's not by chance. It's because in their childhood, they learned to parent their own parents. So then they go on, they take on this role of the caretaker or caregiver in their adult life, and they choose partners they need to parent, whether they're alcoholics or have other needs that are similar. So there are certain like stereotypes that work as a rule of thumb. Obviously, they don't always apply. But for instance, if you go for people that are older or just more mature in general, you see these big age gaps sometimes, 20-year-old with a 40-year-old or 30 and 50. It usually means that the younger person is looking for a parent, is looking for someone to take care of them. They're still stuck in the child role. So let's say I'm a girl, I go for a guy that is much older than me. I'm still trapped in the little girl role. I'm still looking for someone to take care of me because I probably have unsatisfied childhood needs. You know, maybe I didn't receive enough love from my parents, or I'm just stuck in the little girl role or the princess role because that's how my dad raised me, you know? So I will go for that kind of people. Whereas if you go for people that are younger or just more immature, it ties back to what I was saying about the alcoholic parents. You know, like you're looking to take care of someone. Maybe you were taking care of your siblings, you know, you were the caregiver in your family, or even of your own parents. You used to do that in your childhood. And you kind of take on this role and you learn that this is how you will feel needed. This is how you will receive love from other people. So you will go on in your adult life and choose people that are more immature or much younger so you can take care of them. If you go for people that are unavailable, for instance, like either they're in relationships or they're in another country, or, you know, it's just there's a barrier between you two and you just can't be together, right? Consciously, you'll say, oh my God, this is so annoying. I wish we could have been together. But again, you didn't choose them by chance. Unconsciously, maybe you are actually afraid of commitment. And with this kind of people, you can never fully commit. You know, like if they're in a relationship or abroad. And, you know, maybe you're scared of opening up, of vulnerability, of being in a relationship, you have your own commitment issues. So unconsciously you go for someone that you can never be with because that's the only person you can actually get comfortable with opening up, because there's that wall that can't really let you fully get vulnerable, if that makes sense.
So interesting. And I can see how like all of that could come together. And I think a lot of people, you know, it's not going to be the same for every single situation.
Absolutely.
And all those kinds of, there will be anomalies and where that isn't the case, but you can definitely see how the unconscious like comes through in kind of the conscious decisions that we make, the partner that we choose, the jobs that we choose, where we live, all of these kind of things. There's so much going on underneath the surface that we can't even begin to describe how much the unconscious has an impact on everything in our life, right?
Exactly. It rules most of our life. Most of the things we do are unconscious. They're on autopilot. Very few decisions are actually conscious. We make them consciously. The partners we choose, you know, how we behave. It's all things that we learned in our childhood, in our past. Beliefs that are so old, you know, they could go back to when you were 5 years old and you're still doing the same things or thinking the same way that you did when you were 5.